Good evening, and welcome to the first official installment of Freshly Laundered Thoughts. The title Freshly Laundered, of course, comes from the fact that I am freshly laundered, as you can tell by my beautiful hair turban. Clean face, clean skin, clean hair. Love it. This series is, of course, founded on the idea that some of our best thinking happens when we are bathing. Whether we are in the shower, in the bath, or atop the porcelain throne, some of our best thoughts just tend to hit us when we are indisposed. That's life for ya, right? Yeah. And today my freshly laundered thought is work when you get it. I didn't have a singular specific job waiting for me when I left school to come home for the summer. So I'm kind of doing a little bit of everything, as I am currently on a trip doing some work for my stepdad's company. We're doing furniture installations. I'm skilled at manual labor. Yeah, give me a drill and I will get that shit done. Woo! And since I'm the only lady in the company, I get to have a room all to myself with a big king-size bed all for me. Pillows! It's all very exciting. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about was this sort of life of traveling, being a troubadour. So I'm doing this, and of course I'm also doing some costuming work at home. I'm building a few really fun pieces for friends of mine who need custom costumes for Dragon Con that's happening later in Atlanta this fall. And I'm also directing 2 shows and acting in a 3rd one for my studio's New Works Play Festival that's happening at the end of July. Hooray! So today's freshly laundered thought has to do with the fact that we don't always get to do what is most fulfilling when we are trying to find ways to make money so that we can live and exist and subsist and be, clothed and fed and roofed over upon, having a roof over this lovely head thing. Ha! After I graduated from college, I had an office job for just under 2 years before I went off to graduate school. And that office job, while it contained a lovely paycheck at the end of every week that was stable, that I could count on, and was a steady stream of income, it was also one of the most difficult job experiences. Not because the work was ever difficult. I was quite good at what I was doing, but because I didn't love it. It was draining on my time and on my health and on my general mood. And when I got to graduate school, I took a severe pay cut. I'm getting paid to go to school, which is fantastic. And even though the pay is less stable, and it's certainly less just in general, I'm so much happier because the work that I'm doing is so much more fulfilling. My body feels healthier. I feel more fulfilled. I'm doing things that matter. I'm spending my time creating art that is worthwhile and that is wonderful, and I'm being creative, and I'm working with other people that genuinely care about the same things that I do, the work that's in front of us, and it's such a good experience. And it's rare that you can find a job that you love so much that also allows you the comforts of of modern middle-class American dream life, right? This is living the dream, being able to take a shower and put my hair up in a towel turban and have a nice warm bed to sleep in every night. That's the American dream, right? I mean, being able to do what you love and not perish. So I was just kind of thinking about that today, about how we get taken down these different paths toward that ultimate goal. My ultimate goal, of course, is to be in professional theater, to perform professionally, ideally with a theater company somewhere. A nice big regional theater company would be fantastic. Maybe finding something in film or television. I honestly would absolutely, if I could just find a really fantastic TV show and just be a regular for a few seasons on something like that would turn into a cult classic like Firefly or Buffy, or basically if I could just be in a Joss Whedon thing, I'd be set. I plan to do that. I want to be able to teach at the collegiate level, teach theater down the road, and I want to be able to sort of use my artistic and theatrical talents to combine with my kind of heart for social activism that I've got. And I want to be able to do those things and to make money and to continue doing work that is meaningful and fulfilling. And I'm 25 years old and I'm working for pennies a lot of the time, but I'm enjoying the work that I'm doing. And I think that that's what matters. That on this road to my eventual career, I'm doing it. And if I have to occasionally be a troubadour that travels in order to make a few extra dollars to get that rent paid, so it goes. Such is life. So that's kind of the freshly laundered thought today. Just thinking about the different ways that our paths and our choices in relation to what we want to do with ourselves, with our skill sets and our talents, the kind of different places that those take us along the way. I'm not entirely sure where I thought I would be at 25, 5 years ago, when I was 20 years old and was bright-eyed and bushy-tailed at college and thought that getting a theater degree was such a cool thing. I don't know, but I'm liking where I am so far. And here's hoping that in another 5 years' time, I will be perhaps making another video from another hotel room after I've taken a nice hot shower, and maybe that hotel room will be in a city that I'm traveling to for a show. Maybe I'll be on tour with some fantastic touring company. We'll see. Girl can dream, right? Well, that's today's freshly laundered thoughts for you kids. Much love, party people. Cheers. Today's freshly laundered thoughts are brought to you by generic hotel toiletries everywhere.